In India, attacks against Christians are rising and more states are imposing anti conversion laws. In the last few days during Christmas, we have seen attacks varying from vandalizing of Jesus Christ statues to disrupting of prayers by Hindu right wing mobs. Violent attacks on Christians and churches in different parts of India, with mobs making open calls to behead them and stop alleged conversions of Hindus, have raised concerns in the Christian population in India and across the world. According to a report by human rights groups in October, more than 300 attacks on Christians took place in the first 9 months of this year, including at least 32 in Karnataka. The report found that of the total 305 incidents of anti Christian violence, four North Indian states registered as many as 169 of them: 66 in BJP ruled Uttar Pradesh, 47 in Congress ruled Chhattisgarh, 30 in tribal dominated Jharkhand, and 30 in BJP ruled Madhya Pradesh. At least 9 Indian states have planned anti conversion laws, which activists fear will lead to more harassment of minorities. Despite the growing intolerance for minorities, the issue does not seem to be important for the mainstream Indian media. However, international press has taken up the issue and highlighted the plight of Indian Christians. In this video, let us look at the reporting by leading international outlets on growing violence and intolerance against Christian community in the country. The New York Times, the reputed American daily, reported the news on its front page on Monday. In a story titled Crackdown on Christianity, the NYT said, in India, laws against religious conversions have been accompanied by mob violence. While citing various incidents of attacks on the minority community lately, the NYT piece read, anti-Christian vigilantes have been sweeping through villages, storming churches, burning Christian literature, attacking schools, and assaulting worshippers. In many cases, the police and the members of India's governing party have been helping them, government documents and dozens of interviews have revealed. The very act of worship has become dangerous despite constitutional protections. Le Monde, the leading French newspaper, also highlighted the issue. In its article titled, In India, Violence Against Christians is on the Rise, Le Monde narrated the story of 150-year-old church of St. Joseph being vandalized in Karnataka and said, this attack is a part of wave of violence against the Christian minority in India. In the first 10 months of the year, more than 300 attacks on Christians and their places of worship were carried out by Hindu extremists across the country, according to account by several human rights organizations. It also highlighted the report by the PUCL, People's Union for Civil Liberties, in which the non-governmental organization had stressed that the perpetrators of all these attacks are members of Hindu extremist organizations such as the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh (RSS), a paramilitary organization, and matrix ideological Bharatiya Janata Party, the party of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Telegraph, one of the most popular daily broadsheet newspapers published in the United Kingdom, also covered the attack on Christians. In its report titled Jesus Statues Vandalized and Santa Models Burnt in Hindu Nationalist Attacks on Christians in India, the Telegraph said, hardline Hindu vigilante groups destroyed statues of Jesus and set fire to models of Santa Claus in parts of India, including in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's core territory, ahead of local elections in the coming months, local media reported. Haaretz, the long-running print newspaper from Israel, featured an opinion piece on the instances of attacks on Christians. The piece, titled Modi's Politics of Hate Now Come for India's Christians, read, Hindutva terror is not recognized in India, and as Modi sets the benchmark for the treatment of minorities, other political parties are falling in line with the majoritarian project. In an increasingly radicalized India, no political party seriously contests the ideas of Hindutva, unwilling to take the BJP pushback, painting them all as minority appeasers and anti-nationals, that is, fifth columnist.